Grand Rising, everyone. Welcome back. It's Shay Seeking or Shalonda. And yeah, I can't sleep just yet. I can't. So I'm like, okay, you wanted to be doing Hosea, right? I think I was like skipping through 1 and we were going to go to 4. But I think I'm going to go ahead and go to 4 because I feel like we're already about to be in the month of 5, okay? And I don't know why this is resonating. A lot of times dates do match up with the things that are reoccurring when it comes to this realm of this parallel universe with the spiritual and then the physical or the 3D. So, like I said, there's a lot of energy here. This is becoming a pain in my side. But no, I think the pain in my side has to do with something else. But I don't know. I don't know why it feels like there's some dual nature of something. Like being one with somebody or something and experiencing this pain or whatever. But also I feel like it is also, you know, just other things that are going on with the body right now. Yeah, bloodshed. Okay, yeah. So again, I'm just wondering because it's like an eye for an eye energy right now. Like, you know, I was just reading something in this book that I have from like the late 1800s. It's a little book that I ordered on eBay a long time ago about the biblical text. And it's so funny because when I opened up that book, there's only one page with a corner bent, and I don't think I bent it. I think it just was already bent. Like, this is the funny stuff, like I promise you, I tell you, that be happening. I pick up the book, open it up to that page, because every time I travel, I got to have at least 6 to 10 books with me, okay? So, I don't know, that was one of the ones that I grabbed, and when I opened it up today, it was like really on point it was really accurate with the things that are going on right now. So one page was really nice, but there goes that energy of the next one is going to make thy stomach bitter. So I feel like, you know, again, I don't know. I don't dwell on things that I can't change because I don't see that there's anything that I can't change. You see what I'm saying? And regardless of knowing that a lot of people are gunning for a certain title, some people may even think they have achieved that title. And I just feel like there's this no ma'am situation. Because I can never be like, exert myself or be excessive or obsessive. Okay, so I guess, well, maybe obsessive with certain type of the work that I do, okay? But when it comes to people, I don't think that people belong to people, okay? That's why I don't like to be playing games. That's why I'm very direct with what I say. I try to be, at least. Maybe I'm pulling away or losing faith in that spiritual connection or zone because I feel like there's a lot of play here. I feel like there's a lot of you know, energies in the likeness of this masculine that are trying to portray something some kind of way, or masculine, feminine, whatever energy we're dealing with. Okay, that's with this connection. Because I have to be honest with myself. I feel like there's a sense of a lot of feminine energies. And again, somebody feminine outwardly, you know what I'm saying, their appearance doesn't make them a feminine in this day and age. I think we know that. Because we do have, you know, androgynous to me is more of a spiritual combination of male and female. Meaning that you're full-fledged, okay? Like me, okay? I'm full-fledged female, right? Everything about me, my reproductive system, how I supposedly was born, okay? I like men. I like a man. I want a man. I need a man. I like men. Okay, the way that we see man today, not the man in general sense of these particular groups of people and how we were lined up. Okay, like the earth was, when we're talking about the earth in the biblical text, it's talking about a certain population or populace of people. When we're talking about man, it's talking about a certain populace or population of people. Okay. But again, sometimes, you know, it's actually just talking about he or a he, a him, a guy, a man. Okay. So again, I feel like there's a lot of feminine energy, but like I said, just because someone appears to be a feminine energy, their hair, makeup, you know, breast and things like that doesn't mean that they're actually born a woman. Okay, so again, this is where it adds confusion here. Okay, because transgender is that where you were born something and you've altered something. You know what I'm saying? As far as someone will go. Okay, some people just alter certain things, their voice, or, you know, atoms, you know, whatever. Okay, whatever it will be. Okay. And again, I don't discriminate in general against people. Okay, and who they are. I never treat people different or see them as different because they're different or they choose to be. Okay. I think it's important for us to know the level of this. Okay, so that we can know why certain things certain things happen the way that they do. Okay, I think we would need to know. You know what I'm saying? Certain things. I think we have the right to know certain things as to the certain aspects of, or the narrative of how things are run. Okay, let's say that there's just like, you know, we can see presidents in the past, that most of the presidents we've had here in the U.S., you know what I'm saying, have been so-called Caucasian or white men. Okay, so it would be important, or people are going to actually see throughout the test of time, our children are going to grow up and see, when they look back at all the presidents, that they all were one way. Okay, so again, it would be nice to know, like I said, if, you know what I'm saying, if when it comes to the feminine aspect of most females, let's just say, to figure that most people, let's just make up something, okay, that most teachers, or what can I say? Okay, well, okay, let's just say this. Most of these, what if there was a sense where most of these goddesses that we think are, that we look at their outward appearance look like women, but let's just think that, what if all of these goddesses that have come in the past were actually men, right? It's going to change the narrative or the way you think about these particular goddesses. Okay, what did they stand for? What does all this stuff mean? How does that affect the woman? Okay, you know, if we thought all these people, or all of these women, all of these men were actually really women, okay, how could that change the narrative or the dynamic of humanity, right? You see what I'm saying? Because someone in somebody's likeness is not the original. So that means some people are representing themselves as a woman, but they're really not. And women or young girls are looking up to them, but really, you know, they can't really relate to them because they're not really. Do you see what I'm saying? This is not like to throw shade or anything. This is just, I'm just saying, what's that concept, okay? Let's just say that if one day we found that all police officers were actually aliens. I mean, we're just going there. I'm just using something very, like, this dynamic or whatever, to use this as an analogy to show you what I'm saying, okay? Let's just say that one day we found out that all cops had a certain type of DNA, or they were all aliens, okay? And we think they're here to protect and serve people, but we realize that, you know, supposedly in society, we see that, you know, supposedly these cops handle one group of people. It would be important to know that maybe it's not because of the skin color. Maybe it's not because of this. Maybe it's because of who the people are as to why they're being treated that way. Maybe it's because of who the people that are treating them that way, like police, are. You see what I'm saying? It would change the narrative of how you think if you found out that all police officers were aliens. It will put things into a certain perspective for you, to see why. And that's why I'm using that as an example when it comes to feminine energy, because if all these people that are standing for women can't even really 100% relate to women, then that means that women's problems and things like this are not going to be solved in a sense. That means that this is a man's world then, and even people that we've considered to be feminine are really masculine, and that's why there's no compassion. That's why there's no inner something, okay? That gut, that intuitive aspect, okay? That maternal, nurturing kind of energy here, okay? Because again, all in all, that would be men getting together with men, okay? And it's going to be, like I said, a man's world. And the rights of women are going to be downplayed or treated in some kind of sense, because it all boils down to how these people were born and what is actually really between their legs and what they're seeking when it comes to, well, because again, just because someone has a, a phallus, okay, doesn't mean that they want to be with a woman and be in a vagina. I mean, it's just, you know what I'm saying? So it's just, like I said, but it'll make it even worse if like secret societies or these groups and stuff like this, okay, also initiated men, whether they look like feminine outwardly or masculine. If like buck breaking, because I don't know why that's been on my mind lately, okay, that would change the dynamic too, because then if these particular secret groups and things like this were really interested in men, that's another sword in the Three of Swords, when we're talking about a sword in the heart of woman, okay? Because then again, we have so-called black women passing away, dying of a high rate of heart disease. And we did a video on heart disease about 3 years ago, possibly, okay? And what does it really mean, okay? Because there's something that women, and especially American women, go through. I feel like at a certain age, we come into this certain form of spirituality, okay? And I just wonder sometimes if that's a lot of pressure on women, and that may be something that strained a lot of women and have a lot of women passing away at a young age from heart disease. So again, that would change the narrative, because the it's like cash rules everything, but the cup is what we call the vaginal area, okay? Kind of rules everything. But then again, if a masculine, okay, energy is initiated into something where they're penetrating or penetrated, that could also, that's another, like I don't want to say like an aphrodisiac, but I feel like there's something that happens with that is triggers something that is, like I said, only a man would be able to achieve, okay? So then again, that's another stake in the heart of women, especially when and then there's no Four of Swords in the heart, but I mean, if you think about it too, like the way that American women with our makeup or whatever type of blood type or your DNA makeup or whatever, also you're like the most valuable beings on the earth, but you're treated so unfair. So again, I was just pulling some cards upstairs because I had to come out here because everybody's asleep, okay? But oh, excuse me. So again, I don't know, it's just something, it's something very hurtful and very dire, okay? Especially when it comes to this dark portion of the twin flame journey. Because for me, there's no question about something happening on the 3D. I don't know why there has to do with like a soulless beings, or just like, again, there's almost like spirits that are here that want to obtain or want to live again. They want to obtain a vessel or a body. So sometimes I wonder also, is this letting me know something as to the fact that a masculine may have passed over, right, a while back, and they're actually wanting to join either with me or this masculine energy, this Taurus energy here, okay? And if this person is trying to, again, because I feel like when the ancestors do leave this plane, they join onto the, depending who you are, I guess, they cleave onto someone in their blood, like a son, okay? Which means, son means descendant, okay? And again, it's kind of like being on that cleft. That's what an emperor kind of energy kind of lies with me on a spiritual realm, is in the cleft of the mind of a feminine energy, minding the mind of a feminine energy, where they feel most, you know, valued and nurtured and loved. And there must be some kind of something that brings you guys together, okay? Something they admire about you or something like that. Like being a muse, you know, of God or something like that. And I feel like, again, with me, I feel like I may have been that energy for a God, but I feel like at a distance, though. I wasn't able to feel that warmth or that connection or that arms around me, part of the love, until that person was maybe going to be passing over, or, you know, until it was too late. It's almost like I've always, just to come in and say, I've always been there with you, okay? Or will always be, possibly, okay? But it's kind of like, excuse me, it's a certain time in your life when you're able to see the work that God has done or source has done in your life, that fatherly being, okay, possibly. And it's like, you know what I'm saying, it's something that, you know, I hold dear, but I feel like it's something that also comes and then it slips away. It like fades away. It's like, you know, you know, he has to go and do other things, but he'll always come back to one. And I feel like, you know, I'm upset because now that I know, and it's almost like, what is that song? Okay. It's kind of like something saying something like, what am I going to do when I know that you're going to be coming back again? Okay. So it's this love, hate, this joyous something, it's something, like, I don't know. It's almost like something that's just so surreal. I don't know, something like, to know that somebody or something or some, you know, loves you like that. And then it made me at some point in time in this journey realize, because I remember I told y'all a long time ago, people would say, you know, you got to put God first. And I'd be like, ooh, before your children? I don't know how I can do that. But it's just like, no, it's like once you sense this, like, you can't help it, okay? Because I do think that everybody has a relationship with source, but I just think that some relationships are just a little bit different. There's no favoritism or anything. I just feel like there's some, because I feel like, and I think it has to do with those orphanum energies, or, you know, people that have been, like I said, known to be outcast or treated some kind of way, or, you know, it's the rejected ones, those ones that are the cornerstones or whatever. I feel like people think that they're doing something by rejecting or scapegoating you, but at the end of the day, source is going to prepare that table, okay? But I feel like you have to also be ready for it, all right? So, and then sometimes I feel like I'm ready for it, but I feel like whatever this is unfair. Because I don't think there's favoritism, right? But I feel like there's a special bond with some of these children, because some of these children may be looked at, again, as wives or, you know, muses or companions in a different light when it comes to this energy, okay? I think there's only one wife energy, but like I said, it's like this God is searching for that energy throughout lifetimes. You see what I'm saying? He has to find it. It's about that hunt. Once he finds it, or her, you know, things change or whatever, okay? But I feel like in this sense, right, you know, it's almost like, I remember, like, when I was young or whatever, it was this boy, okay? And I think his name was Butch, okay? And I remember him, I think I was like in 5th grade, and I remember him like lying to everybody, talking about that we did it out on the bleachers. Why are my ears ringing? Okay. At like this youth center or whatever, where we grew up around. And I'm thinking, like, what in the world? I never even did that thing yet. Like, at that age, I'm like, I didn't even do that thing yet or whatever. You know, wow, because it's bringing back memories now. And he said, yeah, the panties were polka dot and something. I'm like, this motherfucker got detail. This never happened. But I remember feeling so horribly upset about this because I didn't know that people could do something like that. I didn't think that somebody could. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, like back then for me in the 5th grade, a lie, you know, that you would be like, man, like something is like, if somebody say, hey, did you wear my shirt? You know what I'm saying? Or something, your sister, and you knew you wasn't supposed to wear her shirt and you wore it and you got a stain on it. And she'd be like, nah, I know somebody wore it because it got a stain on it or whatever. And you'd be like, nah, because you just don't want to fight or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Those kind of lies or whatever, I guess. But to just lie on somebody's, you know, somebody else's, you know, something so like precious or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just felt some kind of way even at that age about it. And so now I'm thinking, like, even when, like I said, my mom was like, we were supposed to be spending the summer with my dad, and my mom like came or whatever, and she wanted to take us back early or something like this. And and I remember her, I think I was like 11, dude, or 12. And she wanted me to take a pregnancy test. I'm like, what the hell is this all about? Now, this person then lied about this. Now, I don't think that she knew about that. But now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know. Like I said, I'm trying to figure out what we are, what the hell this is. Because, you know, it's almost like everybody else being able to be at least little God and a little bit of little God energy or whatever, but it's like everybody like a Truman, you know what I'm saying? Everybody decided to go and not let this person know that their life was a lie, you know? So I have to battle that and know that I'm different. Like I'm different. Like there's probably nobody else like me. Not saying that I'm specialer than anybody. I'm just saying something about this. Now, I'm not the only one ever, but I'm saying in this lifetime, in this time span, in this frame, it's something different. You don't know, would it be upset to run and hide to, you know, when you first start realizing this. But it makes me, you know, they say before you die, everything flashes for you, and then it's making me think, not that I think I'm going to die, but, you know what I'm saying, and then what kind of death is that? Okay. It's like I'm starting to see these things now. So like what in the air or what in the something, you know what I'm saying, had her feeling that kind of way. Okay. And I feel like it was a rumor from this certain aunt. This aunt that I always felt like gave me the evil eye. I mean, I just have to be honest. I don't hold grudges and I don't hate these people. I still love my family. I still love people. It's just like I have to see things for what they are. It was from her, okay? And I feel like, I don't know. With these different coat of arms and family ties and stuff like that, I feel like there's just something else. There's something else. Okay? There's something else. But I remember that. And then I started to think, well, hey, you know, this is my daughter's age right now or whatever that she is. And when I think about, like I said, that the ties to that Islamic energy here, okay? And seeing everything on this, learning things about this spiritual level, that I feel like some of these people are embarrassed. See, and I feel like that's why, you know, people in my family were persecuted for being Gnostics, okay? Knowing certain things that people didn't want you to know. It was dangerous. Still dangerous. Because just because you don't see something, like that's the thing about that intuitive nature. That's why we talk about past, present, and future and things that are seen and unseen as an oracle, a healer, a sage, a shaman, you know, whatever kind of energy, okay? A seer. So it just makes me think about these things because a lot of times I think that because I wasn't aware of these things, I give everybody a pass most times because I feel like maybe they hadn't been aware. You see what I'm saying? It would be different, like, if you knew the ropes or the name of the game. And that's why I feel like people like me have been raised up at this time to find out those secrets, to lay out and iron out some of these things that we need to understand on a different level in order to heal from it as a nation and a world, you know. Everything starts to make sense, and then it doesn't hurt as much anymore, right? So it's like, even with this twin flame journey, I don't know why I was going to say journey, but with this journey, at first, when it first started, I said, I know Source is going to do this, and Source is going to allow me to be happy or whatever, okay? Straighten this out, let me figure this out, see it for what it is or whatever. And I'm going to end up with this particular individual, whether it's a companionship or something, or a friendship or something more. But the more I went through it, the more I seen how many enemies. It's all about that energy of like, got a lot of, like, it's not even funny. You know what I'm saying? And here I am with all this danger around me, or this, you know, negative energy, or people trying to do these things or whatever. And I know it feels kind of selfish about just at first, and for a lot of time, just thinking about love. Like, I was just looking at the term bound, and I'm just thinking like, damn, that bound to falling in love kind of energy. But it's almost like I'm torn in between the two. Like, it's always been that way, and why it's always got to be that way. I don't know. But it's for two, like I said, totally different reasons. And sometimes I have to pretend, because, you know, I feel like the energy is trying to make me think that both these energies are not good for me. And I don't never want to believe that, but, you know, I don't want to believe that, but then again, I do. I see it was all a game, but I feel like this time something broke, because I feel like this masculine always gets his way, or it ends up happening some kind of way. But I feel like this time something opened up, and I feel like this person may have gotten afraid of that, made them afraid of me. I don't know, it's just like something heavy on betrayal or loyalty. Because a lot of people think that cheating references to hate. And I don't think that that is the case. Especially, we're all different types of beings, and we're all going through different life paths and journeys here. And people don't belong to people. Period. But again, I feel like the reason why I don't like being played for a fool, so I draw away, because it's like I'd rather release or back up if I feel like I might be overcrowding my place or my stay or something like that. I don't ever want to come off as somebody that's like a psycho clingy person. But I feel like sometimes that can make me come off as like a cold-hearted, don't give a fuck person. But I feel like this masculine knows whatever bond we share is like stronger than that. But I'm just like, you know, I'd be thinking to myself, like, why, Source? Why I can't just have it right now? You know, I did so much, like, what you want me to do, and it's still like that. But, you know, I don't like to press anything, because I don't want to make a mistake, and it's not what it's supposed to be here. Okay. To have the King of Cups right here at the bottom of this deck. But yeah, but anyways, the story. But of course I wasn't, you know, because I never even done anything or whatever, but it made me think this was maybe spirit baby energy, though. You see what I'm saying? She sent something that she didn't even, you know, probably she didn't know, or she did. Because I think, again, sometimes people do sell off their children, okay? Spiritually, they know exactly what they're doing. And sometimes you don't. Sometimes you're going through your own spiritual awakening and you're seeing certain things and you didn't realize it in that way or that light. But later on, she did tell me something about not the devil, not today, not whatever. But I noticed that a lot of feminine energies that say not this energy, I don't know. I don't know why I feel like they're the ones that, a lot of people that say that and try to keep me away from this masculine, I sense this darkness within them. I feel like I balance out the dark and the light with this masculine. But I feel like the females that he pillow talk with, or, you know, sit on their clefted rock or whatever, okay, and deal with, again, the bottom of the barrel's always dry. All right, so we have the King of Cups there, okay, and then we have the Queen of Pentacles here. And this is one, you know, where this masculine energy with the turban is kneeling at her feet, okay? And there's something fuming up from this volcano or this mountain here. So that's giving me exactly what I thought. The King of Cups energy. The King of Cups energy with this Queen of Pentacles energy, a Queen of Swords energy, and also, I didn't pull those, but this is what, like I said, what resonates with in the Queen of Cups, okay? Because these is his magical tools, though, as a magician or a warlock, okay, that he uses, I feel, against the Empress to whip her into submission. But it's never ending. I think this masculine get obsessed with this type of power over this type of powerful person or being. What was that? And I think they just take it overboard, okay? And I feel like it's because of power or control, or to try to put the Empress in reverse. We did have the Strength card, but I just lost it back in the deck. And I feel like this masculine energy, or one of these masculine feminine energies, are doing whatever they can. And this could be an outside influence too, also somebody that they're connected to make sure that they dig and get in there real good, soften up my heart or whatever, so they can break it. So I've already prepared for that. The thing about the betrayal or whatever is it could be possibly even this masculine that loved me and I loved them in some kind of way, telepathically or with some kind of spiritual communication or connection. It's like, did you betray me like that? Why? You know? And it's always like this dance, you know? It's like this dance. I don't know. We got the Emperor in reverse, the Page of Pentacles in reverse, and we got the Fool. I don't know why I heard somebody saying you played me for a fool. But it's just like, could you imagine everything you do, right, is to show love or gratitude to somebody, and they steady keep thinking that you throwing shots? And that's what I be hoping I'm not doing to somebody, you know? Yeah, and this is one where the lion is angry. He's about to pounce on that woman's back because he's tired of her seductive ways. But this card always gives me something different here, because I also feel like this card is also a protection card. Her strength protects this lion, okay? In her higher vibrating white light energy. I don't know why I'm hearing hijack, but there's a certain energy that visits a feminine's vassal, okay? Or her being, okay? Or tries to borrow her car, okay? To put somebody under the influence. Oof. So it's like, even me looking at this lion is making me think that this lion is about to pounce on someone that loves this person dearly for no reason. And it might be because somebody trying to pull a quick one here. The pouncing is supposed to be happening elsewhere, but someone's turned it around so that will end up being the other feminine energy, okay? Maybe this Queen of Pentacles, okay? With this smoke rising, makes me think about somebody rising from some ashes or something. Asheville something, okay? This is kind of rambling. Y'all, I'm so tired I can't even keep my eyes open. And this is what I'm saying about just being, that's why I like to be, just for now, I feel like the work that I do it best, and I do it from home. Okay? I do the best I can with the chaos and things that's going on, even around the home, trying to make sure I stay on track. And when I'm on like one of these road trips, like I can't talk in the car with the baby and stuff like that, you know, we got the magician. Yeah, I'm telling you. But this person is a little bit quite the musician themselves. Magician. Yeah. Or they're dealing with one. Okay? Wow. And if I'm even looking at this Queen of Pentacles, she got the red robe on with the white undercoat, and the magician does too. And then we got the Page of Swords, the Page of Wands in reverse here, and this is the one in the alternative deck when he's kind of peering out with his hand over his eyes to kind of see what's going on from a distance. Somebody's trying to peek from a distance, or they want some information because they're at a distance. And it's just like, if this person is innocent, I want them back around me. But I feel like society is trying to do whatever they can to contaminate this person or this connection or whatever. And it's just, I don't know, it's such a beautiful thing. I don't know why. It's like, I'm even willing to say, damn, you know what I'm saying? I can't even. Like, I'm not even gonna, I'm never gonna be like no obsessive stalker person or whatever, but I'm just like, I won't let a chance go, okay? To find something like what I found, okay? I was sitting there in my room a minute ago, and I'm just thinking like, damn, you know what I'm saying? This ain't even nothing in the physical. And I feel like it's captivating. It's something that, like, I don't know, I think it just took me over. Like, but it at the beginning, but now it's so slowed down that it's just like, it's like this person has melted. Like, I don't know, we're just melted into each other. People can say what they want to say, okay? But that's what I feel. And it's for a higher good. It's not even all the way has to be about, and see, I was trying to say, a lot of these other energies of these females, they're at a lustful energy for this masculine. And I feel like this masculine is kind of confused as to why I'm not in that same sense. Now, don't get me wrong, okay? But I'm just saying, it's not a lustful thing for me. And I feel like that's one of the reasons also that it gets put on the back burner, because this masculine is afraid to tap into that energy fully. Anyway, so on that note, this was just another rant. Again, I'll be back on track hopefully when I get home. I know I keep saying we're going to go here and there, but you guys can also read the text too. If you know what I'm saying, you see how we do it around here, okay? You don't necessarily have to wait for me. I think that these words help all of us see certain things that we didn't see on different levels, because we different creatures, different beings, different time zones, frames, whatever, okay? Different on our journey, on our path, okay? But hopefully, yeah, I think I'm going to go in here and just, I mean, because I'm very, very drowsy right now, okay? And, you know what I'm saying? That can lead to me to probably falling asleep up in this car, and we don't need to do that, okay? So I'm going to go back in. And hopefully we'll be able to read this. But I have to be very quiet because, like I said, but then there's people in there, like, breathing heavy and things like that. It's just going to frustrate me that I can't do it. But it's like, I know when I get to that point where I'm pushing or whatever, things just start getting like physically blurry, like the words start turning into one, like a word soup or something here. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to stop and get some rest. But